Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today the Teletubbies are having fun in the green kinetic sand. They want us to bury them. The Teletubbies look so comfy. It looks like you're in a bed. Time to get up, Teletubbies. Up comes Lala, Tinky Winky, Po, and Dipsy. Uh-oh, where's Dipsy? He's still in the sand somewhere. Let's see if we can find him. Hey, look, it's Peanut Butter the dog. Woof, woof. We need to keep digging for Dipsy. There's something red. It's a T. T for Teletubbies. It's like a mold. Let's make a T in the sand. We still need to look for Dipsy. There's his face, and there are his feet. We found him. Ayo! And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. We are at the ocean today with Peppa. Ooh, what is that sticking out of the sand, Peppa? I believe that is what is in the inside of a clam. Here's another one. It's called a siphon, and it inhales fresh seawater to get oxygen. We also found a sand dollar skeleton in a tide pool. Where did it come from? This sand dollar isn't alive. It gets bleached by the sun's UV rays and turns white over time. Has a beautiful pattern on the skeleton. Sand dollars can live up to 10 years old. Ooh, Tiny Treasures Mini found one that's alive. You see all of the spines covering it? They can either be purple, blue, or green in color. And it's very important to keep the live ones in the ocean where they belong. In many places, it's illegal to take live sand dollars. Let me cover this one up, just so it's safe and nobody steps on it. There are thousands of sand dollars in the ocean right now, and many of them eventually die once they're old and they leave their skeletons behind. Well, today is a special day and a special time at the ocean. There are many sand dollar skeletons washed onto the shore by the tide. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. They are everywhere. Ooh, this one has a black spot on it. And this one is teeny tiny. Oh, this one was a little baby. I wonder what happened to it. You don't see these very often on the beach. The kids walked up and down the beach with their bucket, and they found so many sand dollars. And we are going to count them today. Can you count with us, tiny fans? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 sand dollars. So let's leave a couple in the tide pools for people to find. And if you love our videos, please hit the link below to subscribe. Thank you and goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today the kids are having fun in the sand on the beach. And they've created tunnels, little pools, and streams. You can get so creative with sand. So I asked the kids, can I bring Daniel Tiger toys to play in your little pools? And they said, sure, Mom. So I set up my little Tykes slide. But first, let's watch the kids pour water into their sand creations. Now Daniel is going to go down the slide first. Up the orange ladder, down the blue slide, into the swimming hole. Daniel is a very strong swimmer, and he's a good climber too. Climbs up the sandy bank. Mom Tiger is going to go down first so she can be there to catch baby Margaret at the bottom. Up the ladder, down the blue slide, and Mom Tiger scoops up baby Margaret right away. Playing in the sand with water is so much fun, and it's okay if your hands get a little bit dirty. You can just wash them off once you're done playing. The possibilities are endless. You can dig pools or even make sand castles. Just make sure your sand is wet enough so it sticks together. You can build a sandcastle using a bucket, or you can just build one using your hands. If you love our videos, please help our channel continue to grow so we can make videos every single day. Push the link below to subscribe. Thank you and goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. We have another day on our Disney cruise, and this time we're at Castaway Cay. This is the private Disney island with beautiful white sand and blue ocean. We get off the ship early and catch a shuttle to one of the main beaches to get a seat. There are plenty of chairs and lots of umbrellas for shade. I relax as Tiny Treasures and Tiny Treasures Mini discover there are tiny shells hidden in the sand. They love to search and collect shells. We actually learned on our submarine excursion that most of the white sand is produced by parrotfish. They eat off the coral, and then their poop is actually white sand. And sand is also produced when the ocean waves crush shells. But we managed to find some whole shells. They're cute and tiny. After some relaxation, I decide to go to the shops to see if I can find any toys for our videos. I saw Mickey dolls, lots of clothing like t-shirts and hats, and I also saw some beach toys like plastic buckets, but they don't last very long and they end up getting thrown away. So I bought these Dory characters. We can play with them on the beach, and then I can take them home for new videos for Tiny Treasures. Tiny Treasures and Tiny Treasures Mini sure enjoyed playing with these on the towel and in the sand.
These are the kids.
We started to get hungry. We found a fruit table full of honeydew melon, pineapple, kiwis, and pears. I love pears. I'll take one of those. There was mango, watermelon, oranges, red apples, green apples, and then someone had carved all of these beautiful fruits into sculptures. One watermelon had a seahorse, and another one had a fish. After a healthy lunch, we headed over to the ice cream machine. Tiny Treasures chose chocolate flavor this time. On the way back to our chairs, we saw Olaf on the beach. I hope he doesn't melt in this heat. It's time to get our life jackets on and head to the ocean. Even standing at the shoreline, we could see little fish swimming in the water. We had a great day at Castaway Cay, with so much to do and so much to see, but now it's time to head back to our ship. This was our last stop on our Disney cruise, but it's not the end of our vacation. Stay tuned for more adventures on land, and thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we're at the beach and we have a delivery, a truck full of sand. What could be inside the dump truck? Let's have a look. Oh, it's one of our favorite characters from the Teletubbies. Nunu, the blue vacuum cleaner. And look what else is in the truck. A little tiny golden scoop. It's so tiny and cute. It can't scoop very much sand up. Nunu wants to explore the beach. And look at what we found. A huge pile of wet, soft clay from the lake. Tiny Treasures has been collecting this clay all day. Let's get Nunu dirty in the clay. Where did Nunu go? Could he be under this giant pile of clay? Let's use our golden scoop to see. Does that look like part of Nunu? Ooh, it's very hard to get Nunu out. Oh, Nunu, you are so dirty. We need to wipe Nunu's eyes clean so he can see. My hands are too dirty, too. I think we better put Nunu in the lake and give him a rinse off. Nunu is slowly floating to shore. The waves are pushing him in. Let's see if he's clean from the fresh lake water. Oh, he's still very dirty. And look at all the clay that's stuck underneath. I think we better go and have a shower at the hose, Nunu. Oh, look who's hanging out at the beach today. It's Puppy, and he loves to lie in the sunshine. Hi, Puppy. We're just headed to the spray hose. We'll see you later. Aw, Nunu gave him a kiss. The water is turned on. Are you ready, Nunu? Wow, there's so much water pressure coming out of this hose. It's getting Nunu nice and clean. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today Bluey and Bingo are playing in the sandbox with their dad, and we're going to search for treasures today. It's black sand, just like on the moon. It's our Space My Little Sandbox. And Kitty got some black sand on the tip of her nose. Silly kitty. You know how she likes to dig in our sandboxes. One time she was digging in the blue sand with the Teletubbies toys. And if you haven't seen that video yet, head over to My Little Dog Joey. All right, back to digging for treasure. We have our blue bucket and we have a red shovel to dig. But guess what? We don't need to dig today with a shovel because Bluey and Bingo are dogs. And dogs use their nose to sniff things out like bones or maybe buried treasure. And then they can dig with their claws. Oh, I think Bingo found something. It's a boat. Do you know what kind of boat it is? It's a paddle wheeler. Let's put it in our little sparkly treasure chest so we don't lose the charm. Now Bluey is going to sniff around for treasure. Did you know a dog's sense of smell is 10,000 to 100,000 times stronger than humans? Oh, good job, Bluey. You found a tiger. There is one last buried treasure, and Bandit is going to use his nose to find it. He digs in the sand, and look what it is, tiny fans. It's brass in color, not like the other two that were silver. It's an anchor, and an anchor can be found on a boat or a ship, and they're usually very heavy and attached to a rope. This boat has an anchor. An anchor is used on a boat so that the boat can stay in one place and not float away when the engine is off or the sails are down. And then when the boat's ready to go on another trip, they bring the rope up with the anchor. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we have a brand new box of blue Sands Alive. It's sticky sand that you can mold. Let's open the box and see what's included in the kit. Oh, it already has a tray. A big green tray that we can dump our sand into. It includes a roller with a purple handle, and it looks like a green brick print. We're going to roll it on top of the sand, and it'll make it look like a brick flooring. The kit also includes a green arrow that's a shaping tool, as well as a blue shaping tool. There's also a second attachment for the roller. It looks like it'll be a cobblestone flooring if we roll it on the sand. And here's our blue sand. It seems a little bit dry. Let's open the bag by tearing this little notch. It has a texture similar to a dough, but it is a little dry, so it's not as sticky as I'd like it to be. Let's try and flatten the surface with our tool. We spread it out and pat it down. Let's try out our roller tool. It looks like brick flooring. Now let's do cobblestones. They're little bumps. Let's see if we can mold some Teletubbies with the sand. Tinky Winky mold is too big for the tray, so we'll only be using Lala, Dipsy, and Po. We'll push down and hopefully it'll work even though the sand is dry. Not bad. Not great. There's a few cracks and you can't see their faces. Let's add a little water to the sand and hopefully in the next video the sand will be a little stickier and we can have a little more fun with it. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today the In the Night Garden toys are playing in the sand on the beach. Let's build a sand castle. We've packed sand in the bucket. We'll turn it over quickly. And lift very gently. Hopefully the sand stays together. Oh, fell apart. That's okay. Let's maybe dig around in it a little bit. Oh, look, we've found something. An Easter egg. It was hidden inside the bucket. Let's open it up. Sounds like something's inside. Oh, how beautiful! A rainbow beaded necklace. I know who this could be for. Upsy Daisy, of course. It looks beautiful. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today Daniel Tiger and his family are at the beach. We're going to use this beautiful white sand to make our ever popular sand heart cookies using this heart mold. First we need to make the sand wet. I'm pouring this bucket of water on top of the sand, and I'll give Daniel Tiger a shower too. Once the sand's wet, it'll stick, and we'll fill each heart mold with wet sand using our red shovel. We're all ready to go. Now we need to flip this over quickly on a flat surface. Pat it down and lift up the mold gently. Oh, looks like 2 of the hearts didn't come out of the mold. That's okay. Now let's all count together with Daniel Tiger how many hearts we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 sand heart cookies. And don't forget to watch our Teletubbies video where we dig for treasures in the sand bucket. All right, it's time to add some sprinkles to our cookies. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. We are here with the Teletubbies toys and Kitty and our blue My Little Sandbox. Kitty is already made a mess, and if you want to see the video of her digging in the sand, head over to our channel, My Little Dog Joey. Subscribe and watch our funny pets. Now back to the Teletubbies toys. The treasure chest is empty. Does that mean X marks the spot, let's grab our little shovel and see if there is treasure under the black X. There are some shiny gold coins. There's one. There's two, and I've spotted a gem as well. Let's put our treasure back in the little box so it doesn't get lost. Now I've buried some real treasure underneath the sand for our Teletubbies toys. Dipsy, how about you walk through the sand to look for the treasure? He goes back and forth. Oh, he thinks he's found something. You might need to use your hands, Dipsy. Ooh, it's a shiny copper-colored coin. Dust off the sand. And it says 2 pence. It's a coin from our trip to London. And if I turn it around, every coin has a date. This is from 2016, and there's a picture of the Queen of England. Did you know the Queen is 93 years old? And when we were in London, we actually had tea with the Queen. Do you remember that video, Tiny Fans? Let's go back and revisit. Okay, so it wasn't really the Queen. We visited Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. She was a detailed wax figure. But everything looked so real. Even the food. What do we do with our toys when we're done playing with them, Tiny Fans? We clean up, of course. This sand can get quite messy. Okay, Tiny Fans, I have a favor to ask you. Get your parents to hit that red subscribe button so that we can keep making videos and continue to grow as a channel. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we're on the beach with the Twirly Woo family. And Puppy is enjoying the view of the lake. We're going to dig some special surprises up with the Twirly Woos today. They're all buried in the sand. First we'll dig with Great Big Who. And I'm using my big red shovel. Tell me what it is, Tiny Fans. It's a yellow fish. Now Chickadee and Chick have a surprise. It's an alligator. Don't get too close, Tiny Fans. Uh-oh. One of our toys lost its arm. Luckily, it's an easy fix. We can use some special glue when we get home to put the arm back on. We always like to fix things that are easy to repair instead of throwing them in the garbage. Right, Puppy? One more surprise with Toodaloo. There it is. It's a great big whale. Do you know how to spell the word whale? W H A L E. Whale. Now let's put our surprises in the water. The alligator waddles into the water. And the whale joins the fish. Now it's time to get back home and repair our toy. We use a special super glue, but kids cannot use super glue. So if you need to repair something with glue, please ask an adult to do it. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we are going to create a little Zen garden. And a Zen garden is meant to relax and calm us. It's full of different color grains of sand. We will begin by raking the sand with our mini rake. It makes the sand smooth. It's very soothing. Now that the sand is smooth, we will add some stones. This stone has some foreign writing on it. I'm not sure what it says. Maybe it says peace, calm, love. If any fans know, please let me know in the comments. We'll place this one right in the corner, the left side. Here are the rest of my smooth, shiny stones. They have all different colors and textures. Oh, uh-oh. Kitty, this isn't a litter box. Oh dear. We're going to have to start all over again, Tiny fans. Don't worry. I will make sure I do it with time lapse. There, it didn't take long to fix. Now I'm going to add my stone Japanese lantern. These are very common structures found in Japanese gardens. I find Japanese gardens so relaxing. I'm also going to add this really interesting stick. You can make your own Zen garden and put whatever you'd like in it. How about a black sparkly painted pumpkin seed? Sure, why not? And how about some empty snail shells? Don't worry. They were empty when I found them outside. No snails were hurt. Each shell is so unique. And there, we're done our Zen garden for the Teletubbies toys. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye.